Episode 2. Your Brain Wasn't Built for the Market. Hello, welcome to the second episode of the Inner Chart podcast. I am your host, and this is where we journey together into the mind of a real trader. In the previous episode, we discussed why trading attracts us in the first place, noting that trading is more of a path towards self-discovery than just a job. Today, we are diving into an important but rarely discussed reality. Your brain is not designed for trading. Yes, that brain in your head, with all its capabilities, was built for survival against physical dangers, not for decision-making in an environment like the market. The evolutionary conflict. Let me give you an example. Imagine you were living in nature 1,000 years ago. If you heard a sudden noise behind you, what would your brain say? Run, threat, danger, your life is at stake. Now, bring that same brain into the market. When you see a red candle or a position quickly goes into a loss, your brain shows that exact same reaction: fear, stress, flight, or defense. In reality, there is no actual danger. There is no tiger or attack. It is just a fluctuation. However, your brain cannot tell the difference. This is the core conflict. The market is unpredictable and can move against your expectations at any moment. Your brain seeks certainty, security, and predictability. When the brain doesn't find this certainty, it becomes stressed. How this affects your trading. Because of this evolutionary hardwiring, your mind freezes when you enter a loss. Your brain becomes greedy and wants more when you are in profit. You experience paralyzing hesitation when deciding whether to enter a trade. All of this means that, by default, your brain is standing in opposition to the market. The path to training your mind. You might ask, if that's the case, what should I do? Is my mind always my enemy? Not at all. The good news is that your brain is plastic. You can retrain it. The brain can learn how to accept risk, how to be patient, and how to cope with uncertainty, but only if you work with it consciously. The message of this episode is simple. Your emotional reactions are natural, but being natural does not mean they are right. You must learn to distinguish between a real feeling and correct behavior. For example, you might feel like you should run from a trade, but you actually need to stay. You might want to enter a trade without analysis, but you must wait. This is the bridge between a professional trader and an amateur. A professional trader recognizes their emotions but is not a slave to them. Here we want to discuss the exercises for this session. Exercise 1. Write down 3 trading situations where you exited a trade too quickly. Were too afraid to enter a trade. Ignored your plan due to stress. For each case, record what you felt, how you reacted, and what the result was. Exercise 2. Write this full sentence down. I accept that my mind was not built for trading, but through practice, I can build a trader's mindset. Print this sentence or save it on your phone. Read it out loud every day before you begin trading. Let's summarize the contents of this meeting together. Don't forget, our brains are in conflict with the market, but that just means we need to teach them, not give up. You can build a trader's mind if you consciously retrain yourself step by step. In the next episode, we will tackle that pivotal moment, the first loss. What goes through our minds when we lose real money for the first time? And why can this experience either make us or break us? Thank you for listening. And remember, train your brain. Don't just analyze the chart. If this content was useful to you, please subscribe and like me. If you would like to do me a favor, please share the episode with your friends.